Did Q just expose the clowns that feed the mainstream media's narrative? Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome to Just Informed Talk. I want to begin by saying thank you to everybody who's subscribed. Without you guys, this channel is not possible. I just want to say thank you, and God bless all of you. And my thoughts and prayers are with every single one of you. And I do my best to read every single comment, so I hear what you're saying. I am taking that information in, and it's all under consideration. We're working with it and moving forward. So I just want to say thank you so much for participating and being a part of this great collective effort. Now, into the Q post. First, we want to go. This is where we left off here, and we'll blow this up a little bit for people who are wanting to read. I know I get a lot of comments about that, so let's go ahead and take care of that. And it says, where are the tweets from Hillary Rodham Clinton, Bill Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, and Barack Hussein Obama, others regarding the shooting today? Do you believe in evil? Make no mistake, they will all pay the price. Q. Now, I thought this was very fascinating. As far as I can tell, at this point, we have tweets from Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. He was the first to tweet, and he retweeted at 4:09 p.m. Remember that, and that was basically Gabrielle Gifford's tweet. Then we have Hillary Clinton, who does the same thing with Gabby Giffords, but at 4:45. Then I haven't seen anything from Barack Obama, and I also haven't seen anything from Chelsea Clinton. So that's kind of interesting just to see how much they really care about all this, but how much it all goes back to what Q's saying. So let's get right into that. The next one is very fascinating. So it's this picture here, and I'll show you the picture right now. This is it. And we blow it up, and basically you can see here it says, it's Zach Whitaker. It says, I wish we had more of this. No reason why official government whistleblower or watchdog organizations don't adopt Tor services to help report wrongdoing and corruption, just like SecureDrop, which journalists use already. So we all know what SecureDrop is. We all went over this with Freedom Press. If you haven't seen that, go back and check out the videos before. Not sure I can point you to which one exactly off the top of my head, but it is back here in one of these videos, one of my videos in the content library. But we're gonna go right back to this, and it says Eric Geller, and these are retweeted tweets by Edward Snowden. So then we have Eric Geller, who's highlighted here, saying why you should be skeptical of early attribution claims. Here are cyber firms linking the Olympics malware to Russia and China, along with a third firm suggesting a link to North Korea. You think? I mean, and when you see what these people's titles are, you're going to be very fascinated. We're going to get right into that. Let's start with Zach Whitaker. If you guys can't guess what he does, Zach Whitaker is the security editor at CBS. And he, quote, unquote, writes a lot. Now, I went through his Twitter, and there are some interesting things. I took a lot of screenshots just to make sure if he tries to delete anything that I'll have it. But once he realizes he's been not targeted, let's say, but exposed by Q, that would be a better way of putting it, that he may start pulling these things down. But you see, he kind of he has this very, very left viewpoint, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get into what he's saying, there's some real crazy stuff. And he targets like individual senators and all these Republicans. He tweets right at them and says, received from gun rights interests. Second Amendment, I have my guns, okay, thank you. This person obviously has never owned a gun, doesn't know what self-defense is, and just doesn't believe in the Bill of Rights or the Constitution in general if he wants to take that away from us. But You can see he's tweeting at all these Republicans, and he's telling them how much money they've taken from gun lobbyists. And let's not make this a partisan thing. Let's just make it a human rights thing. It's my right to hold and bear arms according to my Constitution. I don't know what country or bizarro world that Zach lives in, but in this world, we're allowed to hold and carry. And I live in a place where it's needed, and it's regular, and it's not in any way, shape, or form looked down upon or thought of as weird or crazy, because this is America, pal. Jack, just saying. So let's just go through that. I don't mean to get on a tangent about that, but that really does upset me. Now, if we get into this other guy, Eric Geller, well, guess what he does? He's a cybersecurity reporter at Politico. Now, he has a few interesting tweets here, but the one that totally stands out to me, and Patriots, you guys go to his page and do your own research, but this one totally stood out to me here, where, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to it. It's a Trump tweet, right, from 14 hours ago. And he says and he has the T in a kill box, like Q would have it, and he's got a picture of Trump, and it's a CNN article about how Trump is still unconvinced that Russia meddled in the 2016 election. Now that, to me, there's some cryptic stuff going on here. Now the next one, I don't want to show this picture out of fairness. If you guys want to see it, go to Eric Geller's Twitter feed and check it out for yourself. But it's of Comey, and it's James Comey, and he's with this girls' basketball team. I guess his daughter's on it, and they're he's trying to help them. Now, God bless them. I don't want anything bad to ever happen. I don't want to bring anybody's families into this. I'm just saying that we need to respect them in that sense. But if Comey is a criminal, then he himself, just him, is accountable for whatever he's done. Okay? But now, it's kind of, what he said was not bad here. It was more of like, Comey has never been more of a dad than he was sitting stoically on the bleachers in khakis and a Henley t-shirt, occasionally yelling, "Good job, girls." But, it's a fluff piece. It's something to make him look great and make Donald Trump look bad. And I think that these are the people Q's pointing out here, that these are the people who are feeding the mainstream narrative. It's this Politico guy, and it's this guy from CBS. They're a part of it. They're clowns, somehow affiliated with the intelligence agency, the clowns in action, if you will. But we have to get control of this narrative. It's getting way out there. It's getting crazy, and we need to kind of pull it back. But this is what they're pointing at. And then he says right here, if you guys don't know, the caption to this picture from Q is, "At Snowden, thank you for showing the world how clowns pass the narrative to journalists at 4 a.m. Reread breadcrumbs, re-secure drop, John Perry Barlow, Q." Now, if you look that up, it's this one from January 27th where he says, "At Snowden." This is from a while ago, okay? It says, "The clock is ticking. How's Russia? Mr. Contractor, freedom of the press, John Perry Barlow, freedom.press, secure drop, whistleblowers, kill box for the whistleblowers because they're not, the good actors. They're feeding information to a bad thing. Then secure drop equals clowns in America. I wonder, this says negative CIA when I put my mouse over it. So you do the math there. I'm not going to put that together for you, but nobody is safe. So it's obviously referring to a lot more than we could ever imagine. And that's something I'm going to let the board chew up on. The comment board. You guys are the best. Please comment. Let me know what you think. That's really what keeps this going, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Now, if we go into this, there's an ANON that says, "The Clintons didn't tweet about it until after Q posted. Check the timestamps." And then Q responds, "Was the point proven? This board has more power than you can imagine, Q." So we are a very powerful force, all right? The ones who spread the information, the ones who take it and put it out there in the public domain, as we have fought to do since day one. Now, I've checked the timestamps, and I think that they're totally right, because what we can do is we can go down here. All right, we'll scroll down. This was the first tweet by, or post by, Q today, and it says 16:06:27. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with military time, that is 4:06:27. Okay, so at 4:06 was when Q put this up. Now, where was everybody else in as far as tweeting about this? The first tweet I can find from Bill Clinton is timestamped at 4:09, so 3 minutes after Q posted, right? Then the second one I can find is from HRC, Hillary Clinton, and it's at 4:45, which is almost 30 minutes after Q posted. Then I look at Barack Obama's tweet, and he's still yet to tweet anything about it. You can scroll on down, but he just posted this video of him and Michelle, in some place. Who cares? Who knows? Probably somewhere where they can't be extradited, I'm sure. And then you go to Chelsea Clinton, and there's nothing here about it either, except for a tweet about Shaun White and his job at the Olympics. So that to me is an indicator in and of itself, but we'll just keep on going, and I'm going to pull this out just a little bit so that it's better for the screen. But crazier stuff has emerged. So we'll go into the next thing. Now, Q basically points to his own post kind of and says, was the point proven? This board has more power than you can imagine. And then Q says, they are always watching. Watch the news. Read new drugs coming out. Flu, dirt, next, etc. What a coincidence, Q. So obviously the powers that be have an eye on what we're doing here. And that is making a huge difference. And we are a part of something that's way bigger than anybody has ever imagined. We the people of the United States, if we're given the information, if we're given the intel, if we're given the insight, if we're given the ability to know, then there's nothing that can stop us. And we need to work together to make sure that, these new drugs that are coming out, this flu vaccine. He posted a story, Q did, about how there's a flu vaccine that can just kill the flu magically in 24 hours. And I'm not sure what the dirt's referring to, and next obviously is what's next, like cancer, HIV, whatever. But you guys help me out in the comments on that. That's what I really appreciate, because I read through all the comments, and trust me, you guys are the smart ones. You guys know everything, and we are working together. That's what this whole channel is about. It's not about me. It's about literally getting every single one of you involved so that we can figure out what's going on here. Moving on to the next one, Q's pointing to his own post, talking about they're always watching, watch the news, what a coincidence, we just went over, and it says, did Hussein receive a letter in the mail with white powder? What a coincidence. Message received, response forthcoming, Q. I totally am confused to a degree. I have my own theory. I don't want to cast it as the predominant theory. My theory was from the exact get-go that when they sent that letter of white powder to Donald Trump Jr., they were basically sending a message to Trump to say, shut your mouth. Now, is it a cover? Like, imagine if they were to send it to Obama in the hopes that then it's like, oh, well, you can't say it was pharma sending the message to the Trumps, because they sent one to Obama too, so he can't be in on it, and he's definitely a victim. That, I think, is the mind game that we're dealing with here, people, and I'm not sure what's right and what's wrong. I depend on you in the comment boards and you to use your own discretion and make your own choices. I'm not going to tell you what to think, but I am going to tell you that that's my opinion, and understandably so, we have to figure out what's going on here. The message was received. There's a response forthcoming. There's stuff going on behind the scenes. We'll have to see what that ends up being. Going on to the next one, it says, you are missing the connections. Continue to build the map. Map provides the key. Key spreads the truth. Truth shines light. Light saves humanity. Future proves past. Trust the plan. Q. So you can see here, he's basically pointing out that we need to all look at the map. If you don't know what the map is, it's very easily found. It's the map of like every bloodline, every secret society since the beginning of time and how they're connected to one another. And the map provides the key. So the key is to answering all these QAnon posts, right? So you need to look at the map and then understand that that's a key. And then the key is what spreads the truth to us, like people like me and you guys who are listening. We look at this and we go, oh, that makes sense, or oh, that makes sense, or however that information becomes in the mainstream or in the public domain. And then it says truth shines light. So when we're telling the truth to each other, we're not listening to the CNNs and the MSNBCs or even the Fox Newses. I am what I am. I'm not even gonna. I've always registered and been an independent, just to let everybody know. That's not a big secret. I'm an independent. I'm not affiliated with any of the parties. But I will tell you this, that our republic will shine. A lot of people get really upset when I say democracy, but I like to think of us as a democratic republic. So if you guys have a problem with that, obviously I'll hear your thoughts in the comments and I read it. But, we are a republic and we are working together to continually make sure that states' rights are preserved. But then also we have to work inside of a federal framework to make sure our country's sovereignty and security is secured. So it's a very complex issue. And I just wanted to point that out for everybody who is listening now and say thank you for all your posts. And I really do understand. And I can understand how you can get upset about that. But then he says, future proofs past, trust the plan. Or he says, truth shines light, light saves humanity. Truth, light, bring light where there was once darkness, bring truth where there was falsities, providing a key for people to understand it. This is what we need to do as Christians. We need to come together and trust in the Lord and provide this information to one another so that we can break the chains and break the bounds of slavery and become stronger together. Now, this one's a little ominous, and I'm going to say that this is going to remind me of the Ruth Bader Ginsburg post, in the sense that I have a feeling that tomorrow morning, when I wake up, there's going to be a video or a news article or something on CNN that says something about water being tampered with or affected in a negative way, which to me is really, really, really scary, because that's the most important resource to everyone. And we need to watch it and take care of it and protect it and guard it with our lives, because it is our lifeblood. So going into the last couple posts here that I have as of now, it says, great work, Anon Q. And he's referencing a post that I don't find because it's not matching up with his here. And it's not matching up with this previous one. So I'm a little not sure. You guys can help fill it in. Maybe you guys want to post a screenshot of what 382122 is, and that would be helpful. But going into the last one, this one really touches me, and I think it's pretty much encompasses what we're doing here. And it says, I almost killed myself doing heroin and painkillers. Then you came around. I started realizing I had a purpose. I literally got sober for this shit. Thank you, Q. My mother hasn't seen me sober in over 10 years. We are with you. We will not give up. FF. Not sure what that means. It could be false flag, but I don't know. And it says, I love it, but I don't think that's what this is about. It's a name. I don't know. It says, I love it. We are restoring the republic. Every day we strike. Every day we win. We are winning bigly. Cannot say thank you enough. And then Q responds, you are a strong patriot. Do not give in. Fight, fight, fight. You have more friends than you can imagine. United we stand. God bless Q. Now, those words couldn't be truer to me. People go through things and people have problems in their life, but we're all able to come around. And what can we come around to? And that's God's grace. We can all come around to God's grace because it is greater than every one of us. And if we just relinquish, or if we resign ourselves to God's glory, we will be saved. So my ending message today is for each and every one of you out there to take this with you. God loves you. God is there for you. If you open your heart to the Lord, He will come into you and He will be with you. And that's what we need to defeat this evil. These globalists, these Luciferians, these pedos, these weirdos, these people who are basically taking the moral principles and founding principles, I would say, of our country and just distorting them, turning them against us, using them against us, and trying to steal what we have made and fought so hard for. So without further ado, I just want to say I'm Craig. And also we'll just take a second here. Come over to Patreon, okay? If you guys want to post anything, it's really, really helpful. All you have to do is type Just Informed in, and mine will be like the first one that pops up. You click it, and it'll take you to this landing page. Now, once you sign up and become a member, you can become a patron, and you can contribute to the videos, and you can help this battle against the globalists on a small scale. I've already got 5 patrons, and that's amazing. I want to say thank you to each and every one of them. I've actually reached out to everybody who has contributed $10 or more because they've earned their bronze status reward. But first off, let's start with the goal. If we reach 100 patrons, I will create a video where I mention each of the first 100 patrons by name and thank you all individually. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but if you have a channel, if you have, if you just want to get your name out there, if you want to do whatever you want to do and reach a lot of people, this is a great opportunity. And it's really cheap. All you have to do is give like $1, and you can be one of the first 100, and that's like an opportunity in itself. I'm not trying to sell it as anything more than it is, but it's like buying an IPO. I've said this in other videos. The initial public offering. You buy into it and you take a guess. And I'm willing to take whatever anybody will give. I appreciate it all. If you don't have money to give, don't worry. A click is perfectly fine with me. A subscribe is great. A comment's great. Just a view is more important than anything. So money is not the motivation here. It's much more than that. But here's a reward. So what a reward is, if you're not familiar with Patreons, you get rewards for becoming a patron. And one of that is you can earn a chance to have a direct email correspondence with me, Craig. I will field your questions and provide at least one direct response via email. And that's only $10, which I think is a fair deal. So if any of you are interested, come on over, go to Patreon, patreon.com. Go ahead and search Just Informed Talk, and it'll take you right here. And then you can go ahead and contribute. And if you contribute enough, you can get into a conversation. And don't forget, you got to stay tuned for more updated rewards and goals. They are coming soon. So that is in the works, and I am currently working on that. But remember, God is with you always, and I want to say this is all made possible with His grace. And I pray for everyone. I wish you all the best. And just to sign off, I'm Craig. This is Just Informed Talk. Godspeed and God bless.